Good afternoon, students. Good afternoon, one and all. I, Shivraj S, Assistant Professor, Department of Chemistry, DBIT, Bangalore. On behalf of DBIT, I take this opportunity to introduce today's speaker, Dr. Shivakumar Dalali, Associate Professor, Department of CSE, Don Bosco Institute of Technology. Sir did PhD in CSE VTU Belgaum and MTech in same university. And Sir has certified innovation ambassador in basic level. Sir has 21 years of teaching experience and has many publications in the national conference and international conference and international journals. Among all, leveraging biometrics to big data and DBH wavelet based face recognition using a modified LBP has high citation. Now I request our speaker Shivakumar Dalali sir to take the session. Over to you, sir.
Sir, we will make you as presenter now, sir.
Yes, madam. Yes, madam. Am I audible, madam?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, madam.
Sir, now you are presenter, sir.
Hello, madam.
Sir.
Okay, madam. Madam, my
Yes, sir.
slides are visible.
It
madam?
is visible, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Make it full screen, sir.
Yeah, I made it, madam. Full screen only. It is not
Okay.
in full screen, madam. Is it full screen, madam, now?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Now?
No, sir. F5.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, madam, my side I have did it full screen. I don't know why what is happening at that side.
Continue, sir.
Okay. Once again, let me stop sharing and let me have one more. Now, madam?
Sir.
Yeah. Good afternoon, one and all. I first thank to management DBIT and to the HOD of CSE and HOD of chemistry and our dean and director research and my colleagues and to all. So that for me an opportunity is given to talk about innovation. So let us start with what is like say about motivation on innovation. Like my today's agenda is can you see the change of slides, sir? Shivraj sir?
Sir,
Sir?
tell me, sir.
Sir, slides changes, can you see?
No, sir. It is in first slide only.
Yeah, now I think.
Sir.
Yeah. So today my agenda is importance of innovation and the need of innovation, knowledge about research and knowing about creativity, like what is creativity and what is innovation, driving force for innovation and linear model for innovation and design thinking. So till design thinking I'll discuss, and then I'll discuss what is our institute, like Don Bosco Institute of Technology is supporting for innovation. What is that we are doing? So we'll discuss last 10 minutes, like what we are doing, like what is institutions innovation council, importance of it, and all those things. And maybe if a next sessions or some other sessions, I can talk about like IPR and benefits of IPR. So let us know the importance of innovation. So what is the importance of innovation? I think, say if you see this slide, we can analyze that. So what is the importance of innovation? Say the innovation is seen as the important factor that contributes to the long-term development of economy of the country, of an economy of the country. So what is the necessity of innovation to an institute or to a state, to a country, to an like say an individual? What is the necessity of doing innovation is, like say if you are innovator, if you have innovation idea that you need to brought into a product, then the product marketing, everything makes a business. So definitely when it is a business, so we can say it is directly contributing towards the economy of the country. So that is the reason. Say just if you take it like say 30-40 years back, what was the idea was developing the PSU, that is public sectors. So they were developing the public sector and they are making people's employable. So now it is not that the people only not to be an employable. We need to make some innovation ideas, and we need to have micro, then medium and small scale industries. That is what we call it as MSME. MSME will be the present industry development that contributing towards the growth of the country, especially economic growth of the country. Anywhere outside, like say in the world, the most MSME contribution is there. So whichever the country you call it as developing, developed, and all those countries, so MSME contribution is more. Because say again, if I want to talk about MSME will be like say the small scale and medium scale and micro scale entrepreneurs are providing a job to the people. That people may be of rural side or industry side or the urban side, whatever it is. The skilled workers are getting increased and skilled workers are improved. So because of that, the level of standards, living standards of a human being has increased because of the small scale industries. So that is the reason small scale industry contribute much. So the developing of the small scale industry depends on our innovation. So what is that MHRD initiatives are given for the innovation is, so it has developed the Institution Innovation Council, and it has area, that is Atal ranking for Indian for innovation achievement, and they will conduct like say hackathons, then Taikathon, and we have like say for example MHRD was initially, what is the idea was, say just to provide what you call it as human resource. India is a hub for providing the human resource. Now after that, India has understood that why we need to educate the human resource, and then we need to give our talent to someone, some other country. Why can't India should utilize the talent itself? So that is the reason what they are doing is they have changed this MHRD into an MOE, that is Ministry of Education. So this Ministry of Education is contributing more on innovation. So they told to develop a innovation council and have a innovation cell in your higher education institute. So they have their own innovation cell through which they will derive the programs. Let us, what is that institution innovation council and all, we'll discuss those contribution and motivation and like say what you call it as goals, objectives of institution innovation council, all those things at the end. But now what is that we need to understand is, we need to understand what is innovation properly, what is creativity. So let us having that knowledge, then what is our college is contributing towards an innovator development. So how you can become an innovator? So that is the reason we have kept a title called Motivation on Innovation. We are motivating you. The present today, my presentation objective is to motivate each and every participant who has attended towards innovation. You should end up the session, your mind should think that, yes, I want to become somewhat a new inventor. So what is that route you need to take to become a new inventor? So that is what I wanted to discuss. Before going to see, like say, where is that our, like say, innovation, like say, where we stand, why we need innovation, what is the importance of innovation. Say India position third and competing with Israel. So actually, you know that US, UK, and China are aheading us in the innovation field. So that is the reason the size of the bubble will tell you the how much innovation they are doing. So if you see the size of this, like say, United States, it is actually what is that we did is we scoped it. Say, I mean to say we have made this June. Why? Because to know that US is going ahead than other country in innovation. So to know that, so this is the chart just to know why innovation is required in India, especially from the youngsters. So youngsters contribution. Let us understand what is the contribution of the youngsters, say, to an Indian innovation and ecosystem, I mean entrepreneur ecosystem. What is the ecosystem? That is, ecosystem is nothing but we need to develop our own entrepreneur development, our own innovations. So we need to make an, like say, any student or any individual, they have their own idea and they want to incubate, they want to develop their idea, they want to make them product. So we require a ecosystem, means development. We need to create a environment to develop such ideas. So that is the reason where India stands in innovation and entrepreneur ecosystem. Say when you talk about age distribution, so according to age, say less than 25% to years of Indians are contributing 20% in innovation and entrepreneurship development, ecosystem development. And 26 to 30%, I mean 26 to 30 years age are contributing to nearly 31%. And 31 to 45 are 44% contribution. That is 31 to 45, they are contributing much, and less more than 45 years. And after that, 25 years are contributing much. Now our aim is to increase this more than 25. That is 25, say more than 20. Our aim is, if possible, say any innovation, any idea, let us, they need to carry that innovation or that idea from their high school itself. From the high school itself, let them carry their innovation idea. So keeping that an idea, we are developing from 15 years to 30 years, how to make more contribution from 15 years to 30 years. So for that, we are trying out for the motivations and all. So that is this. And next is, like say, for example, what is the educational qualification that contributing towards innovation and entrepreneur ecosystem? Say engineering graduate and engineering PG graduate, they are contributing 50% of the innovation what is presently in India. And MBA students are contributing 25%, and other degree, including all other degrees, which contribute 25% of 25% growth in innovation and entrepreneur ecosystem. So now you can see this, we need to increase the contribution from others and MBA student as well as engineering graduate. Because say if everybody contribute their 100%, so definitely we need to have very good innovation and entrepreneur ecosystem. So which means we have an environment to develop entrepreneurs, right? So entrepreneurs and innovators. So actually innovators and entrepreneurs, usually entrepreneurs will become entrepreneurs are of different definitions are there. And one part of the definition of entrepreneur is like say who is inventor, who is invent by doing innovation things, right? Then they may become the entrepreneur. Keeping that in mind, we are talking about here innovation and entrepreneur. So now student startup. So when you have an innovation idea, when you have even am I audible, my dear students?
Yes, sir, you are audible.
Yes, sir.
Okay, any questions you can ask at any moment, right? So let us, if possible, we become an interactive. This session we make it as interactive. If you interact, so the session becomes interactive. So now, for example, student startup. So in 2016, the students have contributed 350 startups, whereas in 2017 we are having 450 plus. And 2020-21, as you know, this is a pandemic. Till actually we have incremental growth in the startup and all. So, but still it is not yet concluded the percentage how much it is there. Then the actually say there is a female entrepreneurs, and where is the what is their contribution? It is not to distinguish male and female. It is that both are equal. According to me, both are equal. Both can contribute towards the innovation. Just we are talking about the statistics. What is there? We are just talking about the statistics. What is there? In 2015, 91% of male and 9% of females are contributing towards the innovation and entrepreneurship. In 2016, it is the male decreased to 1% and female increased to 1%. Like this, it is in 2017, 2000, like say whenever you go, like say 2018 and all. So there is a more contribution from the female, and the ultimate conclusion for this particular female entrepreneurs development is male and female both are equally knowledgeable, innovative, everything. So we need to create an environment such that a female entrepreneur should become more entrepreneur from female side as well as male side, right? There should be a balance. Okay, so ultimately the best system is a balanced system. So now according to global contribution, so global contribution, if you see in global contributions, the male contribution is 81%, whereas female contribution is 19%. Global wise also there is a mismatch. So ultimately you should motivate, say, you should not say I'm male, I cannot do, female, I cannot do, everybody can contribute. So just I'm showing you the statistics towards, like say, where you can motivate. And next, say, now India's overall rank in the latest 2021 edition about innovation index. So there is a global innovation index, one company is there, which will give the global innovation index across the global. I think slide not changed. Am I right? Slide changed? Yes,
Now
students?
it's changed.
So now India's overall rank in the latest 2021 edition of the Global Innovation Index, GIIS, released recently on September 20, the ranking across the globe. So India in intellectual property organization stood at 46th position. So whereas in 2020 it was at the 48th position. So definitely there is an improvement. So we are going towards incremental growth. Actually, if you take 2015, we are at 83 or 86th rank. So now we have came to 46th rank. So that shows that India is going towards innovation. So as you know, Indian population is more. We need to contribute much. So for that, there is an awareness and motivation is required for young generation. So that is the job we are trying to do it. So you need to do your innovation. Like say, what is the startup mortality? Means where the startup is, like say, as you know, what is the startup is just starting the business by having your own product. So that your own product comes from the background is from your innovation. So when a new innovation comes, and that innovation need to be come to the market, and that should do the business. When that is doing the business well, they will be sustained, they will be surviving on the market. If that is not doing the business, definitely there is a fail. So why startups, especially in India, why they are not coming up? Why they are not surviving? So why they are diminishing at the start itself? So that is the reason. Just you see, due to, let's say, 20-25% 5 years mortality rate of startup. So like say scalability related issues, nearly we cannot scalable to the related issues. So because of that, 49% of failure may be there, and funding and cash related issues, 43% contribution towards not having a better fund and cash. Because of that, the startups are getting failed, and business model related, like say, they are not capable enough to develop a good business model. Because of that, 21% fail is there. And like say founder and top management related issues, say 10%, and external factors 8%. Most of the things most related to the scalability. So the majority of the startup dying within the 1.6 to 1.9 years of inception. From their inception, within 2 years, most of the companies are dying after making the startup, because of there are wrong design, wrong innovation, and wrong analysis of the market, wrong this one. Say nearly among them, like say 55% of failed startup have received the funding. Please don't keep it in mind like most of the startups are getting failed because of not funding. No, not that. Even though we have received the funding, there is a 55% of failed rate is there. Means you can understand that there is some other parameter that we need to see instead of funding, that makes the startup to die. So what are those factors, and all those things we need to understand. So that is not our job today. Our job is, like say, you always think of creating a new ideas. Okay, so towards that we are telling, just these are all why you require innovation. So the 20% of failed startup graduated from incubators and accelerators. Right, 20% of failed startups are also graduated. Means they have developed through incubators and accelerators. Still they are getting failed. Means something is required, right? So more strength towards innovation is required. So and business model is required. So that we need to understand. Like say when we come to like say patenting and innovation, where we stand. Can you see the slide? Change in slide. Dear students, can you see the slides? Hello?
Sir?
Can you see the slides, madam?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Sir? Sir?
Hello, am I audible? Dear students?
Yes, sir.
Can you see this slide? Are you
No,
able
sir.
to see this slide?
No, slide is not visible, sir.
Is it, madam? Now, madam?
No, sir.
One
It
second.
is visible now, sir.
Yeah, it is. So where we stand? In terms of our patenting, in terms of publications, and in terms of research. So as Indians, where we stand? Say number of patents. Do you know what is patent, dear students? Do you know what is patent? Dear student, can anybody?
Students, please communicate through chat box.
They cannot talk, madam. All are muted.
Yes, sir.
Okay, no problem. Then
Shall I
I
unmute them, sir?
no, madam, not required, because I just ask question and I'll answer, madam. Myself will ask the question and I'll answer. Okay. So what is patent? A patent is nothing but, say, for example, you have some idea. You have done your design. You have done some idea, some product. So what is the guarantee that? What is the guarantee that? So you only have that idea. How do you say it is pertaining to you only? So something you have designed, something you have invented, something is related to you, right? Something is yours. How to ensure that? To ensure that something, some intellectual property, something what you have invented, something what yours is there, that belongs to you, need to be told by the patent. Told by the patent. So any idea, anything is new, anything is pertaining to you should be patented. Then only you can tell that it is belongs to me. Otherwise, you cannot tell it is belonging to you. Because at anybody, at any time, anybody, anything can be copied and they can say theirs. So that is the reason, like say how you say, for example, if a site is there, like say, for example, I have some place, some what you call it as place, where in which that place is belongs to me. How I should say? So it is getting registered. When it is getting registered to my name, right? Then I say, see the registration certificate, it is registered to my name. Same way, some applications, right? Some innovation, some intellectual property, something, some design is yours means you should have a patent for it. So then if you have a patent, then we can say that it is yours. Understand? So that is called patent. So in that way, how many innovations are going on and how many innovations are getting registered? So that registration is called patent. So based on that, like say in the World Intellectual Property Organization, WIPO, 2017 report says that China is far ahead than anybody in patenting. That is 13,81,584 patent applications China has made. Whereas USA has made 6,06,956. Whereas India has made 46,582, and among them 68% were made by non-resident, not the Indians. NRI of the Indian, that is non-resident of India, has made 68% of 46,582. Then what is the contribution of the Indians? So this is what the observed. Right, this is what it is observed, and we need to improve Indians to contribute more on patenting. So how they patent? If they have innovation, they will patent. So that is the reason innovation should be your part and parcel of your life. So then how do you say your idea is innovative? What you need to do? Say whenever you found something, you need to publish it. So the publications, right, either through a journal or through a conference or through some other media, you should publish what is your idea is. And unanimously should be accepted by the world people, saying that yes, yours is unique. Then only you can say ours is unique. I cannot, otherwise I cannot say. So how to make it? So make publications, publish it. So now, based on the number of publications also, we can say the country is the research country, the country is contributing, the country is innovative country, the country is having more entrepreneurs, more innovators. That also can be specified through the number of publications. So according to number of publications, say in 2018, completions of science and engineering indicators that the US National Foundation says that 17.8% is contributed from USA and China has contributed 18.6, published approximately 4 times as many as Indian in 2016. So what India has published in 2016, the 4 times of that as USA and China has published. So meaning is that those people are more hard than us in the innovation and publications, So that is the reason. Hello, am I audible? Am I audible? Dear students?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Please always, I think somehow we are disconnecting. So that
No,
is the
sir.
reason. No, previously I have disconnected, no, madam. So
Sir.
that's the reason. I'm asking this again and again so oftenly. Please bear with me.
Okay, sir.
No problem. Thank you. Thank you. So the quality of research. So what is the quality of research? Especially we do research, but I think according to me, we are suffering with the quality of research. So that is where we need to rise our standards. We need to rise our standards in the quality. What is our quality? See the total number of publications, India stands at the 5th position. Like say publications in top 10 journals are contributed by Indians is 15.8, whereas China has contributed 27.6 and USA has contributed 36.2. So that is where we are nearly say 3 times lower than the almost 2 to 3 times or 2.5 times lower than the other developed or developing countries. So that is the reason we should make our research quality. Means whatever you have innovation idea, whatever you are innovative, so what you need to do is you don't go for publishing those things in a non-standard publications. Go for standard publications. So you publish it, they will give you the review. So when they give the review, definitely they will tell you to change. They will give you the idea how your innovation should be there. So that those reviews make your research strong. So that is the reason you need to publish your publications in good journals. And the next, we need to talk about what is research. So what is research? So this is very important. See, name is not search, it is a research. Okay, so the name is not search, it is research. The name itself will tell you need to research where it is existing. You cannot bring new. It is not possible to bring new anybody at any time, right? By all. So it is something is existing. We need to find it. We need to find something where the others have not touched, right? We need to find out those and we need to give our conclusions, right? So our conclusions should not be like say what you call it as biased conclusion. It should be very thoroughly. We need to have a research. Thorough research should give more good conclusions. So that is the reason. Say we have given in the slide, there is a market. It is a market. Anybody can understand. So whenever whoever who goes to a market, right, here the business is running. What is the business is? Selling and buying. any commodity for that matter. The people are selling and buying the commodity. When the people go for selling and buying the commodity, they definitely does the research. It's a research mind. Everybody does the research. Say nobody will go to a single shop, take what they want and come back. So definitely, usually they visit one or more places. They will understand what is the price, what is the quality, what quality have what price, for what quality I should give how much price. That research should go on. So this is where you can find the research. So when we talk about research, research is again a use. So we can do so many research. So then what is research? So research is the process of discovering the new knowledge. Research is the process of discovering the new knowledge. And this knowledge can be either the research is the process of discovering the new knowledge. Okay, this knowledge can be either the development of new concepts or the advancement of existing knowledge and theories, leading to a new understanding that was not previously known. Can you understand? The knowledge is what? Knowledge can be either, one second, knowledge can be either
ಅವರೇ ಮ್ಯೂಟ್ ಆಗಿದೆ.
okay.
sir.
So say this knowledge can be either it is the development of the new concept or the advancement of existing knowledge and theories, leading to a new understanding that was not previously known. Anybody should, like say, previously untouched, unknowing things we need to invent. Okay, so that is called research. Say for example, already existing is there. So there is an existing problem is there. You take that problem. Find what is the new that we can understand from this problem. What is that we can derive new from this problem. So that is the reason what we need to do is we need to go, research is nothing but a planned investigation. You should do planning, then investigate and come to a conclusion. It's a planned investigation. Right. How to conduct a planned investigation? Say conduction of plan investigation need to be done in these manner. That is, how do we conduct a planned investigation? Say it starts from asking the explicit question, hypothesis, problem statement. Then what is that we do is we understand what problem is, then we need to find the implicit answer from that explicit question. To find implicit answer from the explicit question, there is a systematic approach. There is a systematic approach to collect, collate, and analyze the data. So what we need to do is there is a systematic approach is there. First collect the data, then collate it, integrate it, and analyze that data or information to move from the explicit question to the implicit answer. So analyze, how you should do is that you should move from information, you should have how to move from the explicit question to implicit answer. That is how you need to do the planned investigation. So from explicit question means from problem statement to some answer, implicit answers, right? Some implicit answers such that the answers are inside the questions. So means again what I wanted to tell is there is something who has not done anything on that, or maybe some wrong findings. You should make them, this is the correct finding. So wrong findings can be corrected, new findings can be done, right? And some more improvement of the findings also research. Okay, so that is the reason systematic approach to collect the data, collate and analyze that data or the information to move from the explicit question to implicit answer. So this is called systematic investigation. So now, this is what the research we have discussed. So let us now think of the creativity. What is creativity? So now, so about creativity, so what we should do is, like, say, which is the most, say, I'll ask one question. Which is the most important human resource? Human resource. This is available in human. And it is very important. So let us, because you are muted, you cannot answer. So at least process the question what I'm asking. Right? Which is the most important human resource? Which is the most important human resource? See, the answer is, there is no doubt that that is the creativity. That is the creativity. Everyone is a creative. So we are all creative by nature, by birth. Right? Because I tell you how you are creative. So just do one activity. I'll tell you after completion of my speech, you just try to do this activity if possible. Say, try to follow the footprints of others, whoever it is, either your father, your mother. Tell them to walk and mark those footprints, and then you start walking on the marked footprints. Just check how your walking becomes difficult. So your walking becomes so difficult that because you need to keep your steps according to the footprints of previously kept people. So that will not make your own walk. So then you feel difficulty in walking. When you feel easy walking is, you walk alone without seeing anybody's footprint. That walk is best walk and makes you easy walk. You are comfortable in walking. You are comfortable in walking. So that shows that activity shows that we are all creative. We don't want to follow the footprints of others. It is not possible. It is not good idea actually. We feel very difficulty to follow the footprints of others. So I mean to say, we need to keep the motivation of the people who have done good research, good work, and done for good for the society. Such people should be kept as motivators. Say, when we are reading those stories, when we are hearing those stories, we found that there are so much difficulty they have faced. Out of difficulty, they have found something. They have did something. So that we need to understand. I mean to say, following footprint means that. Not exactly what they did. So I have my own way. I should follow the own way. So like that. So that is the reason. So creativity is everybody's property. So that is the reason it is a most important human resource. Everybody will have this. So there is no doubt that creativity is the most important human resource of all. Whatever the resource you have, among all, the very important one is creativity. Without creativity, there would be no progress. So if you are not creative, no progress. So that is the reason, say, when we do the same repetition of the work, we do wrong. Why? Say, we are creative, my dears. We are creative. That is the reason we do wrong. We don't want to follow the same steps again and again, which makes bore, which makes to forget. Right? So that is the reason we do error. That's the reason we call it as human error. How human error are possible? If he is creative, we cannot say that is error. If we are repeating the same thing, we do the errors. So that is the reason without creativity, there would be no progress and we would be forever repeating the same patterns. Forever repeating the same patterns. So that is the reason. What I say is everybody is creative. So you should be very creative by nature. So now you can ask me question, sir, is that we are creative by seeing the nature? Yes, definitely. Nature has made us creative because nature has already created so many things and we are imitating that nature. So today I'm using computer means I'm imitated. What is that I have imitated? I have listed it. Today I'm using some microphone, it is imitated. Today I'm using some medicine, it is imitated by the nature. So nature has created already. Nature has shown, yes, you can do this. Yes, you can do this. Yes, you can do this. Because nature has done it. So motivate from the nature and do it. Like, for example, there is venoms and poisons Your anesthetics are the example for that. And leaf, the nature, what we are existing, the leaf, that makes our solar panel for energy from the light. Right? Then brain, computer or electronic circuitry, DNA, computer program, eardrum, microphone, eye, camera, eyelid, windshield wiper, tears, wiper fluid, right? Incisor, teeth, knife, heart, pump, spinal cord, nervous system, that is our communication, telephone cable, and what you call it as neural network. Today, neural network is leading. So neural network because of the nervous system. Then we have music. Why music? How music came? Because we hear different birds, different song, different voice from the birds. That made them song. That made the music. So everything what we see the nature, that we want to imitate. So definitely, if you see this, so you can say we have more creative idea. So we cannot say I cannot be creative because already created. See, if you see all those things, is it, say, all brain, what natural brain is doing, all your computer is doing? So we are doing it. We are still improving the computer to the level of brain. Right? Like say we do computer graphics and all. Is it like what our eye recognizes the colors? Say different colors and different color gamut, all those things, our computer graphics can do it. So it is not possible. So still there is a room, for creativity. So that is the reason creativity is always inspired by the nature. So we see what is there in the nature, then according to that we create it. Okay, so this is creativity. Then next is we need to talk about, like say, what is the definition for the creativity? What is the definition for the creativity? Creativity is the ability or a quality displayed when solving a tree to unsolved problems, like till today, which is unsolved problems. So creativity is the ability or quality displayed when solving the unsolved problems. How you are going to solve for unsolved problems? When developing a original and novel solutions to a problems others have solved differently. When developing original and a novel products, so you need to have different solution for the problem and different findings for the problem. Right? So that is what solving. How you can be creative? So go to solve the problems where the points of pains are there, where the points of pain is there. So that is to notice inefficiency, inconvenience, and other forms of points of pain. Right? Try to solve these problems, then you will be creative and use these to build a new opportunities and solutions. In this context, it could mean that it may be a new process or the product to help us to do something better, whatever it is existing. Then this may be a new way of using the existing products, right? And next is a new services to supply to a new or a existing customers, etc. So services, best example for this is, now you see people are preparing the food at one side. People are preparing the food at one side. Now I want to eat that food sitting in my home. So how it is possible? See, you see now today what is there? There is a Zomato, right? And Swiggy. There are so many people, they have took this service. And if you see, like say cab services, Olo, right? Then other service sectors, service ideas, what they are going to serve us. So these are the new services to supply to a new or a existing customer, etc. So new ways of thinking about things is creativity. New ways of thinking about things is called a creativity. Right? So that is creativity. And who can be a creative? Who can be the creative? Say, are creative people are born or made? Who is creative? Actually, I told already answer for this. Everybody is a creative. Now I have a substantial and sufficient proof saying that everybody is creative. The literature suggests that creativity can be innate. That is, you are born with it. We are born with a creativity, but can also be learned. We are born with a creative. We are creative by nature, but still we can learn because we want to change the field. Say I'm very good at in speaking. Now what I need to do to make my speaking effective and efficient, I need to learn something other platforms to make you better understand. So means I should learn and make my creativity from the different fields. So that is the reason the creativity also can be learned. So you get better with practice. So that creativity makes better through the practice. Practice makes man perfect. Right? The earliest view versus the developmental view of creativity. What is they have understood in the earlier days is about the creativity. I say it is a myth. Today we prove that it is a myth by doing some other way. What is that? Say getting new and valuable ideas is a rare talent. What is a developmental view says? It is available to everyone, evident in personal and modest insights. So it is not the rare talent. Getting new and valuable ideas is a rare talent. The earliest view was there, but the today developmental view says that is available to everyone, evident in personal and modest insights. Then creating great works of art or scientific discoveries and unable to taught is, we thought that creating the great work of art or scientific discoveries, it is unable to be taught. So it is not taught. It is we say that it is a God gift. No, it is not that. It is realized that thorough training and development of personal potential can do the great work. Right? Say a lonely individual process. Say creativity is a lonely individual process. In the earlier days, they have understood like that. No, it is encouraged or discouraged within the group according to their climate. Right? So it is group activity. So through group activities, peer learning, we can enhance our creativity. So creativity is the personal problem solving process of a non-routine kind. Creativity is the personal problem solving process of a non-routine kind, means which is not in routine, that you need to take it personal, and how personally you solve this problem, then that becomes a global solution for solving the problem. And it can be learned, practiced, and successfully applied by all. So in every walk of life. So it can be learned, practiced, successfully applied in all ways of your walk of life. That is called creativity. Okay. So that is called creativity. So about creativity, let us understand some more. Yeah. So there is two views of creativity. Can you see this slide?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Two views of creativity. I mean, creativity can be viewed in two ways. One is be imaginative to create an opportunity where no one exists, none exist. Say finding or being a creative where nobody has touched that problem. That is one way of creativity. Other way is identify the right point of pain. Okay, so existing in the existing problems itself, you can be creative. It is non-existing problem. You are finding the news. That is also creativity, and this is also creativity. That is two views of creativity. Don't wait for opportunity to create it. Okay, so you create opportunity and achieve creativity. Whereas here, what is that you can do? Identify the right point of pain. Where is the pain is there? Why we are struggling so much? What can be done to make it smooth, to make it simple? So if you think that way, so definitely you can become a creativity. Creativity is the human nature, human resource. Okay, and how creativity will start is by thinking. So there are two types of thinking, one called linear thinking and another one called as lateral thinking. In linear thinking, it is straightforward thinking. Say some obstacle comes, we cannot see what is there after that obstacle. We think in straight way path and leave it. So when problem comes, we think right way, and it is not possible, we leave it. That is one way of thinking. And usually these linear type thinking were done in the earlier days. But now today, there is a lateral thinking is coming. What is lateral thinking? Is 365-degree thinking. Take the problem. Think of the problem for 365 degrees. So find the alternate way to achieve that solution for the problem. So that is the reason. If you see the diagram, you can understand what is linear and what is lateral. So 365 degrees of finding the solution. So there is no chance that we should not come out saying that there is no solution for this problem. There are n number of solutions for the problem. And people says that there is no problem without a solution. So that is the reason we have solution. We need to think out of the box. This is thinking out of the box is lateral. Thinking within the box, within the limitation, within this is called linear. So these are the two ways of thinking. And the next is, what is innovation? So what is innovation? So definition for the innovation. Actually, we cannot conclude the innovation through one definition. We cannot conclude innovation through a one definition, because innovation is the one which has many definitions. Because say if you ask me what is innovation, according to me, I say something and it is correct. If I ask someone, they say what is innovation according to themselves. That is also correct. So that is the reason we cannot come to a standard definition. Why? Because you see what is innovation and how it is derived. So innovation is a word that is derived from a Latin word called innovare. This means that into a new. So you are into new, then you are innovative. If you are into new, you are innovative. The simplest definition of innovation is doing something different. A very simple definition for the innovation is doing something different than others. Like for that, one more person defines that innovation is seeing what everybody can see, has seen, and thinking what about nobody has thought. So thinking that nobody has thought and saying that what everybody can see. Right. So one more definition for the innovation is something that exists in our everyday life and does not only impact the world economy, but our daily life as well. So if you are innovative, so definitely your lifestyle, your daily lifestyle will be changing. Right. So that is, it is not just improve the world economy, it is also improve our lifestyle, life way. So innovation is the new, innovation is nowadays a key ingredient to manage the global competitiveness. Any companies, if they are innovative, they are finding product in a different ways, then they are sustained in the market. And companies have to deal with creation of new products and services. They need to find a new products and new services to satisfy the customer need. If they don't do, they will not sustain in the market for a long time. So definitely everybody is going to do the innovation of what they are doing it. Then innovation is the process by which new ideas turn into practical value in the world. Innovation is the process by which new idea turn into practical. Your idea is converting into what you call it as product, practical value in the world. So that is called innovation. So now, what are the driving force for the innovation? So there are two forces are there. One called technology push force and another one we call it as market pull force. So what is that? Technology push and market pull, these forces for innovation. See, technology push is what? They develop some technology and they create the demand and they will bring into the market. Like example is mobile. Example is mobile and some other devices, right? Like say any electronic gadgets. What they do is they develop it. They use the technology and they develop it, like computer, best example. Right? Say they developed the computer and they created the demand for the computers by making using of computers. So when everybody started using and the computer applications came, right, people started buying and that came to the market. So now computer is the commodity, mobile is the commodity. Means everybody's need it is. So that is called push. Say market is not deserve this, market has not asked this, but they have done this and brought to the market. So what market asks them? Like say you take a pandemic situation. At the pandemic situation, we require medicine. So market demands it. Right, existing demand and find the medicine. Mask. What emergently required at the pandemic time is mask, sanitizer. Right, say market pulled some technology developed. There was demand is there and market pulled those demand technology developed and it is existing on the market. So that is called market pull and market push technology. That is push technology. These are the different way of innovation. And still we have what you call it as what is the innovation? Is there any innovation model? Is there innovation model? Yes, we have a model. Usually we call it as linear model of innovation. What is that? Do research and be creative. That is research and creativity. Means problem solving process of non-routine kind. The problem solving process of a non-routine kind. It should not be existing routine kind. It should be a non-routine kind. That is research and creativity you do. After research and creativity, your creative mind does the research. From the research you will find something. Then if you find something, some insights, then you say it is innovation. That is generation of new ideas with innovative steps, solving the problem that is patentable. Innovation and patentable, because nobody has done that. Then if you say your idea is innovation and it is the best solution, then go for design and development, prototype developing. So uses research output, patentable innovations to develop blueprints, then space samples of new improved products and all those things. That we call it as prototyping. So after prototyping, so your innovation becomes idea, new idea for commercialization. Means for the business, it is a new idea. Commercial exploitation of a new idea. So your innovation becomes commercial exploitation. So this is the linear model of innovation. So before that, when we are children and when we are graduating, people are telling, be creative. You should be creative. So today we say innovation. Why? Because your creativity should reach an end. Just your creativity will be not kept with you. So the previously people are creative. They are keeping their creativity in themselves. They have not made, so many have not made that as a product. That they have not taken the patent for their creativity. Somebody have stolen their creativity and they took the patent, or they are doing the business. So that is the reason it should not be there. Your idea, you should patent it and you should make a business out of it. Again, when you do the patent, either you can develop that one, or you can sell your ideas. So that is again one more business. We don't want that to be understand. Let us be understand. We want to become an innovator. Then design thinking. What is design thinking? I think design thinking is emphasize the problem. Means understand the problem in a better manner. Then define the problem in a properly unique manner. Then ideate that problem, generate a prototype, test it, and make a product. That is called design thinking. Then why most, like say this is not required. So the types of innovation. Now we go for types of innovation. So there are 4 types of innovations are there. Am I audible? Hello?
Sir, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Your audible screen is visible, sir.
Okay, madam. Thank you, madam. Thank you very much.
Okay.
So my dear students, I think I'm not so much interactive because of the limitations. Okay, I think I'm making sense to all the audience. Okay, let me have like say different types of innovations. So we have 4 types of innovation. One called as incremental innovation, another one called as architectural innovation, and third one we call it as disruptive innovation, and fourth one is radical innovation. So innovations are of different types. Say I told innovation is already I told what are the different types of innovations in not under the heading of types of innovation. Why? Because innovation may be something improvement, something new, something non-existing, something existing. Like this, there are so many different ideas are there. Let us understand what is incremental innovation. Incremental innovation is the continuous improvement of existing products or services to provide more value to an existing market. So best example is your transport system. So if you just go back 10-15 years, what was the transport system? Bus. How was the bus? So we never imagined that the bus is now we can sleep inside bus, and while sleeping itself we can reach our destination. We never thought of it. That is possible now. Today it is possible. Why? Because say there is a incremental innovation. So now they have made different types of buses where we can sleep. So even never we have thought of a bus can have a toilets. So today bus is having a toilet, right? So there are so much comfortable when you are traveling through a bus. So that is the reason how it is possible, because of the incremental innovation. Like this, you can take any example. One example I have told, because of the say I cannot give more example because my 1 hour or 2 hours is not just on types of innovation. I need to reach so many concepts. So that is the reason just I can understand ideas through one example. Next is architectural innovation. Is the modification of existing solution for an entirely new market. Best example is your mobile pager. From pager to mobile. So what was the idea? There is an existing solution, communication. What they did? Say they changed it. Modification of existing solution for an entirely new market. So that is architectural innovation. Then disruptive innovation is when new technologies and products are created to serve an existing market. So new technologies and new products, right? Like say, for example, if you take agricultural today, agriculture has changed so much. There are so many new techniques they have adopted and new products they brought. Because of that, so today we can say that agriculture domain is not required a human, most of the human resources. Just 10-20 years back, agriculture requires the most human resources. So now agriculture we are bringing from a different category where in which the agricultural field does not require much human intervention. We are developing the products. Then the radical innovation. Radical innovation is when an organization applies a new technology to a new market. New technology to the new market. Okay, it's completely new and a new market. You never thought of this market and never thought of this product. So many ideas are there for that. Okay. Like say example is you take a new market for a new, this one is online today. We never thought that we go for online. Right. So new technology came, computer, internet, so many things, and we are doing like as we are doing it in physical classes. So these are all the different innovation. Okay, so to become an innovator, you have so many ideas, so many different ideas, right? How to know your innovation? How to know your innovation means your innovation is good or correct. Say the confidence to take on big. How to know you are innovating? The confidence to take on big ambitious goals and take risk. If you are having these skills, so definitely you are innovative. The ability to adapt and be resourceful in unexpected situations. Okay, the next, the motivation to identify where things can be improved and then act on it. So if you are doing all these activities, you can say you are a innovator. The purpose, function, features, value added, and physical form. Right? Say old tool, old need new ways, new tool, old need new ways. Okay, like this. Then what is after innovation? So what is after innovation is, what is after innovation? So yes, you have invented something. What is that? Intellectual property right. Right? You have a right on your intellectual property. Right? You have right on your innovation. What is that? It is called intellectual property rights, IPR. IPR are the rights given to a person over the creation of their minds. See, using your mind and using your ideas, you have created something, then you are the person to have this right. So they usually give the creator an exclusive right over the use of his or her creation for a certain period of time. So that is called intellectual property is ideas, information, and a knowledge that is simply the property that includes intangible creations of human intelligence. In universities context, IP can be viewed as a result and outcome of the research. So that is our intellectual property, IP. So actual because it is creative output, and property because it is viewed as tradable commodity. Why it is intellectual property? Why we call it as intellectual property, right? Because see, you are intellectual because you are creative. It is the output of the creativity. Why it is property? You can trade it. Right? Examples, your innovation, brand names, software codes, songs, literature, all are the example. So let us, we should not understand much on intellectual property rights. Say when you come to a higher semester, we discuss more on this intellectual property rights. So let me have for 10 minutes, like 10 to 15 minutes, we have what you call it as why, I mean, what is that our college is doing for promoting the innovation, right? So let us understand. One second. Can you see this slide?
Yes, sir.
Okay, madam. Thank you, madam. Sorry. Importance of innovation cell in institution. So we have innovation cell. That is institution innovation, right? So what is institution innovation council?
Sir.
Slide no change, not changed, madam.
Sir. Yes, sir. Slide is not visible.
Now?
No, sir.
It's showing file name.
One second, madam. Now I think you can see. One second then. Now, madam?
No, sir.
I think now you can see, madam.
Yes, sir.
What is Institutions Innovation Council? Say DBIT has Institution Innovation Council, that is IIC. So it is a cell or a council which is derived by Ministry of Education. That is, Government of India has established MOE, that is Ministry of Education Innovation Cell, that is called MIC, to systematically foster the culture of innovation among all higher education institutions. Motivate the student, right? The culture of innovation among all higher education institutes. The primary mandate of MIC is to encourage, inspire, nurture young students by supporting them to work with new ideas and transform them into prototypes while they are innovative, while they are in their informative years. When they are learning, let them have their own ideas to come out. So for that, we have developed the IIC. So MIC has envisioned encouraging creation of Institution Innovation Council across selected higher education institute. Among that, our college is one higher education institute. A network of IICs are established to promote innovation and entrepreneurship in the institution through the multitudinous modes, leading to an innovation promotion ecosystem in the campuses. So innovation promotion ecosystem in the campuses, even for the innovation also. So major focus for IIC is to create a vibrant local innovation ecosystem and startup supporting mechanism in higher educations. Then preparing institute for Atal ranking of institution on innovation achievement framework. That is what in the beginning I told about ARIA, right? Atal ranking of institutions on innovation achievement framework. Then establish a function ecosystem for scouting ideas and pre-incubation for ideas. So this is an establishing function for ecosystem for scouting ideas and pre-incubation of ideas. Develop better cognitive ability among the student. So these are the ideas we are doing it. Keeping these in our mind, we have developed our IIC. So next, what are the major functions of IIC? One second. What are the major functions of IIC? To conduct various innovation, IPR, and entrepreneurship related activities prescribed by the MIC in time-bound fashion. Next, identify and reward innovations and share the success stories, because to motivate others. Then organize periodic workshops, seminars. We are doing it. We are doing all those things. Interactions with entrepreneurs, inventors, professionals, and create a mentor pool for student innovators. Then we have some more functions with this, that is a network with peer and national entrepreneurship development organization. Then create an institution innovation portal to highlight innovative projects carried out by institution, faculty, and students, and organize the hackathon, idea competition, mini challenges, etc. with innovative involvement of industries. Anything can be done. So one more slide, that is objective of IIC. What is the objective of IIC? Is to prepare these students with skill like critical thinking, design thinking, innovative thought process, and entrepreneurial mindset. So these are the objectives, right? Initiative is this is not required. Initiative is not required. Then the features are not required. So we are doing this innovation council in our college. Innovation council is there. I am the activity coordinator, and in our college we have R&D, research and development center is there, which is headed by our dean and director, Dr. Natraj KR sir. So if you ask anybody, like say where is R&D department, you can come to R&D department. You can either discuss to sir, and we in R&D department we have Dr. Manjunath Swami sir, Dr. R.C. Patel sir, Dr. Arun Mugdam is there, and myself, Dr. Shivakumar Dalali is there. And you can contact anybody, and you can, if you have any innovative idea, anything related to innovation and improving the innovation, motivating the innovation, anything related to that, you can approach any of us. So we are providing the required infrastructure or required support, whatever it is there, will be able to give it. So this is about my today's session. And one second, madam. So I
Yes.
want to thank to all the participants and to the organizer and to my management and to principal and our beloved dean and director, Dr. Nataraj KR sir. Thank you one and all. Thank you very much.
Sir, thank you, sir. Yes, on a token of appreciation, we would like to present e-certificate to the speaker. Sir, please accept it, sir. So we will send the same through mail.
Yes, sir. Thank you,
So
sir.
on behalf of Don Bosco Institute of Technology, I would like to thank our speakers for such a wonderful and informative webinar. I would like to thank our principal to motivate us and even guide us to organize such a webinar. Lastly, I would like to thank all the participants to participate such webinar. Thank you again. Thank you, sir.
Thanks a lot, sir. Thanks for giving
Sir,
me an
thank you,
opportunity.
sir.
Thank you very much, madam. Thank
Session
you.
was very informative, sir.
Thank you, madam. Thank you. Thank you very much. I'm blessed. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, students.
Shall I end meeting, madam?
Sir, yes, sir.
Yes, yes.
Shuraj sir, thanks once again, madam, and Shuraj sir.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. To your HOD also you convey, sir. Thank you.
Yes,
Okay,
sure,
sir.
sir.
Thank you.